Yeah, it was good good to get a front row. The weather was kind to us, well, near enough anyway. There was a few spots of rain, but a little bit unnerving on a couple of laps, but we got the job done and got a front row, which was the plan for today, and yeah, ready for tomorrow now.
What impact, if any, did the spots of rain have on your laps?
More mental than anything, really. It's just probably when you're doing 150 mile an hour, the rain spots seem worse than they actually are. And the track temperature was hot enough to burn it off anyway, but when it's spitting, it does make you sort of think twice. But yeah, like I say, we got the job done anyway.
Congratulations on the front row for tomorrow's first race. Let's turn to Tyco BMW's Tommy Bridewell. And Tommy, again, you said to us at Brands Hatch that you felt you were now getting to grips with the BMW, and clearly this is evidence of that.
Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, it went a bad qualifying for sure. You know, we got a little issue with the electronics or with the power of the bike, so I'm struggling to feel happy about it, to be honest. You know, bit disappointed. I think if the electronics were, or the power was where the bike is, should be, then we could have been a bit stronger. But hey ho, front row, that'll do for tomorrow. And the bottom line is only qualifying. It's the races that count. So yeah, the BMW is working good. The Tyco BMW team have turned it around for me. Massively with some new parts, but it's a lot of work to do, long season, and it's about time we start sort of pulling our weight, really. So yeah, we're not far off, and we should be there tomorrow.
And how important is the front row start here at Oulton?
I've come from the back before, I've come from the front, so I'm not really too worried, really. Obviously, it's nice to start at the front, but you then got to make a good start. So we'll see obviously, what the weather does. We've now managed to get the bike to work with a zero, so we got good race pace on a zero. So that's where we've been struggling in the races, really. We've had to run the ones in. We've just not had the grip to battle strong enough, really. So now we can race on the zero. I think it should hopefully help us for tomorrow.
Congratulations on the first front row of the season, Tommy.
Thank you.
Turning to Milwaukee Yamaha's Josh Brooks, and Josh, congratulations on your first pole for 2015, and summarise qualifying for us.
Yeah, really pleased to get the first pole of the year for me. It's always something you want to achieve. It's not the most crucial point to the weekend, but it's definitely a nice feather in the cap, isn't it? So pleased to do. I'm a bit surprised actually to get pole because during the earlier sessions of the weekend we've been up the front, always in the top bunch, 2 or 3, 4. But Keo and Shaky have been often there as well. So I was expecting them to really pull something special out in qualifying, but we've had to change our setup a little bit. At the test, we had a perfect setup. What felt like as close to perfect setup as you could imagine. And we come here and just with the track conditions changing over a week and with a bit of rain we've had today, for sure, the track surface has changed. So we had to actually alter the bike a little bit, which it's kind of like you don't want to go away from what was good, but if you can't do the lap time on what you had, then you've got to move again. So we've sort of been trying to put the pieces back together to make it just only fine-tuning, but that's all it needs. When you're close, it only takes a small change to make a big effect. And going into qualifying there, we'd made another small change, and it felt like the bike that I was looking for. I was starting to get the feeling right. And then with the rain coming down in that last session, I seen 34.9 on my dash, and it felt like quite a clean lap. Didn't really have any major mistakes during the lap, so I wasn't thinking if I push on another lap I'm going to make another couple of tenths. It was quite close to a clean, smooth lap, probably for the conditions. And with the rain coming down, I was just like, the last thing I want to do is have known I was already on pole and then crash trying to set another lap, So I just accepted it, and I thought, well, if it's not pole, it's not the front row. That's I'm just going to have to take it. And as it turned out, it was fast enough to keep the pole position. But I mean, these guys are right there. That was point nothings at the end. So it's obviously going to be, excuse me, very close in the race. Obviously, these guys can do the lap times, and we know Keo and Shaky aren't going to disappear. So it's going to be, as I predicted before the event, it's going to be quite a few of us in for the battle.